Yeah. So now that we're not out in the woods, we can get a closer look at this. It's got that burnt wood look to it. And like I said, that beautiful rust color on the inside. Here's my second piece. This is the one that fell in the snow, so we'll get that off. See if we can get that snow off of there. Because you have to dehydrate this stuff. I'd rather not dehydrate any more of the snow than what I have to. But I'm losing valuable stuff. So when I saw these up, I like to, probably go through this way on this one. It's all good stuff. The inside is good too, but the outside, darker area actually has more nutrition than the inside. Like I say, it's all good. But so when I cut it, I like to try to get as much of the dark in each chunk, because you end up with chunks about this big, maybe 3/4 by 3/4, to make batches of tea out of. You could use a hacksaw. I use my pull saw. There's no paint on it that's going to rub off into that and end up drinking paint later on. It's just a nice, clean stainless steel blade. The other thing I like about the pull saw is it has such a narrow kerf. You can collect the powder and you can make tea out of the powder too. It's kind of silty. When you're drinking it, it's kind of silty. I don't like that. I like to use the chunks. So I'm not going to keep the powder, and I want the narrowest cut that I can get. So this part that's actual wood here that came off, I'm going to get rid of that. I don't want that. See, that's actual part of the birch tree right there. Get rid of that. There's some more over there. So yeah, people do save this. I don't. To me, it's not worth it. And part of that is it's readily available in my area. This is probably one of the best places in the world to grow this stuff. That's pretty clean. I think we'll just start sectioning it up now. There's that. Go maybe 5/8 of an inch, about a finger width wide. So that's the deal. I just keep going across that way till I get it all slabbed up. So like I was saying, if it's important to you, you can, look at all this. All that has value and is very healthy stuff to make tea out of. If I didn't have access to this and I was paying for this, I would probably keep this and use it. But where I live, I can go out and get more anytime I want it. I always find it while I'm bow hunting, and then I mark it on my Onyx or commit it to memory and go back in the wintertime and get it. So when I get it down to this thickness, all slabbed up, you can see all my nice cut pieces over here. It's not the cleanest, but it's the quickest just to go after it with a chisel. Kind of make a score line. Sometimes they hop out of the bucket, sometimes they don't. So yeah, I start, just make a little score line there. And it should bust across that score line. That's about the perfect size right there. Yeah, then I just look through, find the chunks that are bigger than I like, turn them 90 degrees and give them another whack. Whoop, precious cargo. So that's about all there is to it. I got some more work to do. See what I mean by cutting them the way that I do, so that every slab has a bunch of the black in it? I get a really nice even mix of the heart material and the outer bark. All right, from here it goes to the dehydrator. You want this nice and dried out so it lasts, it preserves it and makes it last a long time, months. Oops, we got an escapee. Just kind of keep them spaced out. Yeah, we'll try that one. After your chaga comes out of the dehydrator, it should feel almost like styrofoam. It will have lost a lot of weight after you remove the moisture from it. Kind of cork-like, styrofoam-like. Then, what we commonly do is put them in a fruit jar, put a lid on that, and my wife has a little machine she sets on top of this, and it sucks all the air out and vacuum seals them in. That keeps them fresh for a long time. You can also vacuum seal them in a bag, store them in a freezer. In fact, we may put these jars in the freezer, one or the other, but that's the process. Now, to make tea, this is what we typically do. We have a teapot. You can set the temp on it. It's best not to boil the chaga. It kills some of the really good stuff in it, or destroys it. I don't know if it kills it, whether it's a living thing, but too much heat destroys the healthy benefits of it. So I use this 160 button and heat it up to 160 and just walk away. And next time I walk back through the kitchen, I'll set it to 160 again if it has cooled down a little. And I'll do that for 6 to 8 hours, something like that. And by then you've pulled a lot of good nutrients out of the chaga. Another good method is to use a crock pot. You put the amount of liquid that you want in there. Drop 4 of these in there, 5, 6, whatever you think, depending on how much liquid you have in there. And just let it heat. Leave it on low. You want it to be hot but not boil. And just let it sit all day. And you're done. That's the walk away and never think about it method. Then typically what we do for a teapot about this size, I drop 2 of these right in there, like that. Set my pot for 160 and walk away. After we get a batch of tea brewed to the consistency that we like it, we like to store it in a glass jar and then just put that in the fridge. You can keep it for days and then use it, drink a cup or 2 a day. There are probably lots of different ways to drink this, and in my opinion, maple syrup is the perfect companion to a nice hot cup of chaga tea. And while I'm wrapping up editing on this video, my little buddy is looking out the window and dreaming about chasing squirrels. Isn't that right, pal? Now I can enjoy a nice hot cup of chaga tea while I wrap up editing this video. It's still -12, something like that outside. Me and Scouty are waiting for the weather to break so we can get back out and do some more adventures.